you assured me, you told me that Lewis was not going to get out of jail without that ankle monitor on.
What do you want the sheriff's office to do to try and protect other victims?
They have to do better than what they're doing.
A woman who police say was beaten by a man shortly after she bonded him out of jail is speaking out about what went wrong. Good evening, I'm Lee Zurich.
And I'm Meg Gatto. The victim spoke exclusively to Fox 8. She tells us the attack happened 1 hour after Lewis Stokes got out of jail.
The victim says she was assured he would be placed on an electronic monitor and confirmed to his own home, but that did not happen, and Stokes is still on the run. Ramasan has more.
Like 3 months ago.
What happened?
He started being possessive, controlling.
Lewis Stokes was a former live-in boyfriend who showed up at this woman's door at 1 o'clock Thursday morning.
He knocked on the door and he asked me to come. He asked for his stuff.
The victim says she knew Stokes for 6 years, and the relationship started out well. But she says when he moved in with her, he got possessive and rough, and she called the JPSO to have him arrested.
They got him out my bed and took him to their police station, but he wound up bonding out and he still didn't come home. Arlene's picked him up from whatever charge he had with her.
Stokes was rearrested in Orleans on domestic abuse, battery, and child endangerment charges from a separate incident on October 30th. He was held at the Orleans Justice Center until Wednesday night, when he convinced his former girlfriend living in Tarrytown to bond him out.
I actually went signed the papers and stuff like that, and that wasn't my money, it was his money. He gave me the money to get him out.
She says Stokes then came to her home in Tarrytown and beat her for 25 minutes, about an hour after she signed the bond documents to get him out of jail.
And where did he hit you?
All over my head, my eye, and stumping me all in my arm, kicking me in my back.
She says she was assured that upon Stokes' release, he would be confined to his home with an ankle monitor, but that did not happen.
Do you think somebody from the sheriff's office should have notified you that he'd been released without a monitor?
Yes, they should have. They should have. They assured me that there was. No one told me nothing.
The condition of his release was that he be placed on ankle monitoring and on 24-hour house arrest. However, OPSO staff in our release unit prematurely released him without the ankle monitor.
People involved in the electronic monitoring industry say there are a number of steps that can be taken prior to a defendant's release, a release which can often endanger victims.
I don't wish this on no one.
A digital system would be amazing. I think that whenever they have all of this paper transferring back and forth, it makes it a little more confusing.
The sheriff's office says it is working on getting a digital record system using ARPA funds, but meantime is taking interim steps to try and make sure something like this doesn't happen again.
The release cover sheet will be modified to address if ankle monitoring is required. This will alert the person processing the paperwork to read the documents for additional information.
The victim says recovery will take a while.
When the men do that to y'all, y'all have to not.
And so is Sheriff Hudson. She says she reprimanded an employee for their role in the release and is now looking for a new supervisor. She says that it took 6 hours before staff realized a mistake, and though they notified Stokes' alleged Orleans Parish victim, they did not notify the alleged Jefferson Parish victim that he was out and not on home confinement. Stokes remains on the loose, but they believe he's still in the area. If you know where he might be, they ask that you call police. Meg?
Thank you. Get ready for